Welcome back, viewers. We are finally ready to go here so we can preview or view some exciting Dota action. We're going to wait for the match to queue up, should be any second, and then we'll be able to see that team selection we've been waiting for. Thank you to Sticky Flames for hosting this event for us and helping us through these technical difficulties so that we can enjoy this Dota.
And with that said, we are ICS Treva 99 and ICS Devo. And we are looking at our first two teams in this matchup, Team Fruit Sensation versus Team Critical. And it is definitely going to be an awesome match. We are very happy that you're with us this evening, and we hope that you stay with us for the entire evening, because I guarantee we're going to be looking at some amazing matches.
Guarantee. All right, I like those odds. I'm hoping that when we're up, or when we're talking about a team that's name focuses on criticals, then we're going to see some epic slashes, maybe a PA or something fun. But as I'm talking here, we already see that our first ban has got, the first two bans have gone on. We've taken a Fitz and a Nyx. Oh, and a Magnus. Wow, it's going.
Wow, these guys aren't messing around, you know. And just for the viewers that are watching right now, I personally would like to point this out, that the opponents, that Team Fruit Sensation or Team Critical, the winner of this match, they will be going against MTG, and they're actually viewing this match right now. So the strategies for the bans that we're looking at and the picks, I'm definitely sure they're going to be noted by MTG.
Oh, all right. Good to know, Depot. All right. And in the same time, or as you've been giving us that update, we noticed that a Chaos Knight has been banned, which is fun. And Bat Rider was the first pick. So Team Critical going to go with a Bat Rider. Ooh.
Oh, and now we have a Coddle, Keeper of the Lights, the first pick for Team Fruit Sensation. And as, yes, you were saying that Bat Rider was picked, and man, what a versatile hero.
Oh, yeah, he can do so much.
He's definitely one of those jack of all trades, you know, like he can hold his own, and he's absolutely great disabling. He's a fantastic hero overall. And of course, Kate's Coddle is definitely a really wise choice. Excellent for harassment early match with the devastating Illuminate. The Mana Leak is probably perhaps one of the most annoying friggin' spells in the game. So,
yep.
Definitely.
I think he's a bitch. He's a real bitch. So dealing with him is one of my least favorite things to do, but being on his team, oh, how satisfying is that? And just having that constant mana, oh, anything you want to do. So I enjoy that. Now we notice a life stealer come in, so we already see we've got some hard carry, we've got some super support, and on the other side, there's that dark steer.
This is kind of interesting, like the picks that they're going, you know, these are two jungle heroes. We're looking at Darkseer and Lifestealer. With the third pick for Team Critical, it is Shadow Demon, but one thing I would unfortunately point out to our viewers is that we apparently have a disconnect for Fruit Sensation. I'm not exactly sure how that's going to play out in this Captain's mode, because I think, we have about, 40 seconds time left and 1 minute reserve time, so I don't know what's happening there, but hopefully it's not going to play a role into our picks, because it could compromise our match. So with that said, we do have Queen of Pain, that is the third pick for Team Fruit Sensation, and yes, Shadow Demon. Moving on to the bans, Trevor, maybe you can talk about.
So we just took out a Bane, so that suggests to me that they're thinking about what the enemy team might, well, obviously, this is what they think, it's a ban. What the enemy team might be trying to do, countering to them. So the Bane taking out that isolation support, we noticed that the Anti-Mage is gone, as well as the PL, and PL is that ridiculously nasty agility carry that's so frightful, and Anti-Mage, which is just a dick. So taking out those sorts of carries, and I'm wondering why. Oh, wow, the Bane so quickly.
Well, I think for the viewers that don't know, I think there's definitely this is a rematch just based on a couple of technicalities that happened earlier. So I think both teams have a clear idea of the sense of the picks, and I think this is why we're going through it so quick, which is fantastic, because we're going to be seeing action. Oh shit! Right there going in a couple of moments. So
yeah, that's for sure. But I wonder. I mean, they can't. It would be dangerous, I wonder, if they would pick the exact same composition as before, because once an enemy sees what you pick, and they know that you're going to rely on that strategy, they could just chuck a ban. Say they had banned the Keeper, then that could have seriously had repercussions for the enemy team. So I don't know if it would be an identical pick, but perhaps you're entirely right, and that's the strategy that they were doing. Just whatever they did 40 or a couple minutes ago, they're just replicating that now.
Yeah, this is kind of interesting to see. Wish I could have seen what was happening originally here. But we're looking at the fourth pick now for Team Fruit Sensation. Our final bans for Team Critical are, as Trevor just mentioned a moment ago, is Phantom Lancer. Tidehunter's been banned. It's really key, can play definitely a key role in those team fights. Our final pick for Team Critical is Kunkka, and with Gyrocopter being picked fourth, and the other two bands that are worth mentioning for Team Fruit Sensation was Dazzle and what was the last one there I just saw? Lion.
No.
So our teams are met. Like we do have our match set up. The final pick for Team Fruit Sensation has been Jakiro. We're going to be looking at a pretty good match.
I think so. I'm pretty impressed with. I'm looking at the rating right now, and so over at the rating we've got the Shadow Demon. He's a really strong anti-carry, right? So he can shut down whoever he wants, and against heroes like Lifestealer, that could be gross. So
definitely gross.
When he casts his the disruption, right? Having an extra pair of Lifestealers on your side, that's intimidating.
I'd just like to point our viewers' attention down in the Radiance base. Team Crit has a interesting picture in their pool.
That's fantastic. All right, but yet no PA. No PA.
No PA. No, I don't think so. Not this match, but yeah, definitely like the picture. So with that said, I'm not exactly sure what's happening right now. Brown is still disconnected, and I'm wondering if there's going to be a pause. But we do have the Dire moving up towards the top rune area. Nyx is there with Coddle. It's difficult to see exactly what the strategy is here. It looks like they're going to be going for the top rune. A tri-lane, if you can look down on the bottom here, in the bottom lane for the Radiance, they are setting up a tri-lane with Gyrocopter, Shadow Demon, and Kunkka. That's going to be pretty devastating. Okay, so we're going back up top near the top rune. Crapo there, going for the regen rune. We have Jakiro and Nyx going in, and it looks like Nyx is going to grab it, waiting probably for a situation that they can capitalize.
Yeah, definitely.
Using that rune.
The creeps are out. Darkseer is going to do a pretty good job solo laning, I think. Oh, maybe a little bit early with that Ion Shell there.
Definitely, but you know, some interesting things going on in middle lane here. It does seem... Oh, man. We go down bottom here. Queen of Pain, she is making a move, teleporting in. Gyrocopter is there for Shadow Demon. She is in a little bit of a pickle. Shadow Demon does cast Disruption. She's getting hit by Gyrocopter and the illusions, and she is in trouble, and there's a first blood. She's down.
Well, that was well played. She ran right, and anticipating a torrent is one of the most effective things you can do when playing with against a Kunkka, and she kind of just took it there. Running in a straight line. That's you want to be careful. Avoid the straight lines when running and knowing that there's a Kunkka in there. Because that's what ended her right there.
Absolutely. And, you know, she's going right back down to the bottom where there's a tri-lane there. I don't think she's going to be anticipating this, that the Shadow Demon and Gyrocopter, they're still lurking in the woods waiting for her to return.
Yeah, so we see that the Keeper is mid, and I'm assuming that's because they want to shut down the Bat Rider, because they know that he can be a hassle, but still, I've never seen a Keeper... Okay, maybe a couple times I've seen a Keeper play mid, but otherwise, definitely doing his solid job pushing waves down the top of the bottom to support whichever heroes are down there. So this is an interesting lane setup already, and I'm not sure. Maybe they've got a plan in mind, but.
It's really interesting to see what's going down here on bottom lane, actually. Like, I can see that there is some strategy using a tri-lane, but 3 against 1 on a Queen of Pain with her Blink, it's going to be really tough to take her down. And, you know, you have to factor in the experience that's being lost among the 3 players that's down here, unless if they're capitalizing on killing, you know, the 1 or 2 players by the Dire side. But the Queen of Pain, she's just going back and forth trying to disrupt the jungle farming that's being taken place. But Queen of Pain is in trouble again. She's been disrupted. She blinks out of there. Gyrocopter's hitting her with Flat Cannon. She might be able to get out of it. It's very difficult to say. She has about 2 hits on her, and she's down again.
Oh, I did not think that she thought that out as she head into the forest there for a second. Maybe if we can get that second for the blink. But
Sorry if we could direct our attention. Up next, he's just been dropped by Darkseer while he was trying to jungle. That's a 3-0 lead. This is a pretty tough start, I think, for the Dire.
yeah, but I'm wondering, I don't see this as, I mean, they're doing some solid plays, but I think that FS is just catching themselves with their, or being caught with their pants down. It's not,
Definitely.
it's kind of unfortunate so far.
This fruit's tasting pretty sour in the beginning of this match. I'm not feeling the sensation. Not yet.
No sensation, no fruit sensation. And we've already, oh, I think it's over now, but we saw that there's some dust.
If we can go, sorry to interrupt, Trevor, we do have some action happening in the middle. Shadow Demon, I think, and Gyrocopter, they've been spotted by the tower. They were looking to backtrack, hit Coddle from behind. It doesn't look like anything's going to happen out of that. Batrider is in a little bit of trouble. Lifestealer is making a move to do an open wounds, but it looks like Batrider's going to get away.
Yeah, he'll back off. I don't think he had the points in it to really, the skill points in it to really turn that ability into a gank yet. But he's threatening, and if we're checking out our XP.
Got some stats for us, Trevor?
Sure. Yeah. Oh, I love my stats. You know it. So our XP, we're seeing a sizable 2,500 lead at just 4 minutes in XP for the Radiant. So, and our gold's about 3,000 rather. Yeah, gold's about 3,000 lead for the Radiant. So that's decent when you're starting a game out, I think. And could spell trouble for our later game Dire friends here.
Definitely.
Now, if we look top, we see that Jakiro's giving a bit of trouble to the Darkseer, but...
Oh, but trouble's finding Jakiro. If he doesn't back off, he's going to have to hide around that tower. But Darkseer is capitalizing on the additional creeps that are there. Darkseer is chasing after Jakiro. Might be able to pick him off, and it does, and that is it.
That is the advantage of using Ion, because Ion, when it does damage against the an enemy hero, it does not attract the attention of the tower, so it's really effective in that way. But Lifestealer is coming up, and he does not want this Darkseer to escape. Darkseer can give him a few taps, though.
Made an interesting choice of movement here. Lifestealer's not able to steal enough life to get it out of that. Shell, that's difficult to see. Konko down on the bottom now, takes down Queen of Pain for the 3rd time. This is becoming a liability for this team, unfortunately. Going back up top, Jakiro's back up there. TPing in is Lifestealer. Moving back to the middle, we have Gyrocopter going against Coddle. And with being flanked from behind comes Konka. The missile's coming in. It looks like Coddle is down. The missile doesn't even have to hit him. And this is a 7-0 lead. This is a rout.
And we had 2, after the Lifestealer teleported top, we had 2 trying to take down this Darkseer, who's been doing extremely well, leading for XP per minute, leading in gold. Sorry, not leading in gold. Konka's ahead of him in gold. But Darkseer doing incredibly well, and just not enough to bring him down. He's speedy, and this gank, or trying to shut him down, was not very effective at all.
I'd just like to point out, though, like, albeit that it is 7-0 for Team Crits, it is a 5 versus 4 match. I don't know if they're micromanaging their the 5th player, but it doesn't seem, unless if I'm seeing this wrong, but I do see Brown is still disconnected. Do you see the same?
Yeah, so that's unfortunate. I think that's costing them. And now we see at top that the Darkseer, they're trying to take him out, but we're not seeing the stuns or anything from Jakiro.
And look at this again, Darkseer, he's playing the creeps really well with the vacuum, going in there with Ion Shell. Jakiro missing his stun, and that's it for him again. Dominating is Darkseer. This
Darkseer is playing quite well compared to some of the Darkseers I've seen before. Quite aggressive, I would have to say, but it's serving him well. And the Nyax is not contributing in any useful way.
I think this is a GG. We just had Queen of Pain disconnect. I don't know if that was a rage quit or just a combination of just being raffle stomped right now. Yeah, there goes Darkseer again, taking out Lifestealer.
Yeah, this is carry Darkseer. I'm quite impressed with what I'm seeing. There's finally the stun from Jakiro. Is it going to be enough?
Get on the board, hits the ult, and no dice. Darkseer is going to get away with that surge.
Too speedy. Keeper trying to come top to shut him down as well, but with that speed, there's not much they can do, and his levels, he is just dancing around them in terms of the abilities he has compared to them. So
he's got some coin, just picked up Perseverance as Darkseer.
Darkseer, level 9 compared to his combatants, which were 5. And the Lifestealer is just a level 4. So clearly he has just a ridiculous advantage against that.
Oh, there they go. It looks like they're calling it GG. Gyrocopter from Team Crit requesting to leave so they can go on to the next match. It's unfortunate, but, you know, these things do happen from time to time. I mean...
Yeah. Hopefully, I mean, we wouldn't.
But I gotta hand it to Team Crit though. They really did hold their own. Like, even if there was Brown, their 5th player that was in action, I still see Team Crit pretty much replicating what we've seen so far in the beginning of this match. It's really telling as to the skill and strength of one team over another, and it's pretty clear that Team Crit definitely had an advantage in this match.
Yeah, this is unfortunate, but it's being called now.
That's I think that's going to be it for us then. We do have our first winner. Team Crit will be moving on into the second round, I believe, going against MTG.